Hi guys, and welcome into my keto kitchen. This makes a change because normally I'm in Mo's kitchen, which is always fun and always great, but I welcome you into my kitchen today. I'm going to just talk to you in this little video about taking one recipe and just using it in different ways. And sometimes we can get a little bit stuck in a rut with keto, but sometimes we have a really good recipe, but we just get bored of kind of looking at it in the same way. So I want to show you one recipe, which is just a muffin recipe. And then I'm going to show you how you can just literally change that up a little bit. So again, ideal for parties, cakes, packed lunches, great for batch freezing in the freezer and taking out. So let's start with the recipe. So here I've got some ground almonds and my baking powder and then mixed together. And you use whatever brands of flowers that you like. I always tend to use Whitworths just because that's what my supermarket sells, and I then know it's always kind of the same. I've got my keto powder, and this is a 4-to-1 recipe, so I'm using 4-to-1, and I'm using the vanilla just to add that extra little bit of flavour. I then use the gold sweetener. So this is a brown sweetener. I just think it adds better flavour, and I like a granular sweetener rather than drops, because I never know how many drops to put in to get that sweetness. But when you kind of tried a recipe and you know you've weighed it out, it's great. The brown sweetener again adds kind of like a toffee flavour to baked products, which is always good. So that's my dry ingredients. In there, I'm going to add some freeze-dried raspberries. Again, you can change and then add some fresh raspberries, strawberries, blueberries, all the berries that you know you can use. In there, then let's add our liquid. So we've got our melted butter. We've got our beaten egg. I always do with beaten egg just because the recipe always requires a strange amount, and it's always hard to weigh out eggs. So what I tend to do is in a jug is I just whisk the whole egg with a little pinch of salt. That then breaks down all of the egg and turns it into more liquid. So when you come to weigh out 25 grams or 15 grams, it's actually easier to weigh out, and it is just a pinch. So we tend to add a little pinch of salt into savoury and into sweet baked goods anyway, so the salt's already in there, which is great. And then I've just got some cream going in. Scrape all that out, and it's a case of just mixing all of the dry into all of the wet ingredients. You then have a soft, droppable consistency, which is great. Now, the way you bake this, normally we would use a muffin case and then you pop it in the oven and bake it. So you've then got your traditional muffin. These are chocolate ones just because I did them yesterday. Paper cases are great. You can weigh out the quantity, bake it, and then freeze them, and then take them out and decorate it. But I've got just a few other ideas just to show you using that basic recipe and how you can turn it. So the first one is just baking them in different moulds. So I've got two that I like. So I've got the dome shape, and I've also got a bar shape. So you can batch make these and then freeze them really easily. One question that I was asked was, I missed lemon drizzle. So it's quite easy to do a lemon drizzle if you just do a plain muffin mix like we've just done. And then when that comes out of the oven, so let's pretend that's then hot, I've just got in my bowl a teaspoon of lemon juice, and I've got some of the sweetener icing sugar just mixed together. So what you would then do is, comes out of the oven, it's still warm, you can then just brush that mixture all over the cake. It'll soak all the way in, and then you'll get that syrup oozing into the cake and give us our lemon drizzle. And then on top, you can just pour a little bit of water icing over the top. So again, we're using the icing sugar sweetener. You go with the brand that you like. We've got that in there. I'm going to add some Zephyr lemon drops to just enhance that flavour. So just 2 drops of that in there. And then we just need a tiny little bit of water just from a kettle that's just boiled. So again, don't add a lot of water at a time, just add a little bit until you then get the consistency you want. It needs to be spreadable, so you can spread it over the top. I'm just going to add a tiny little bit more water there. And then you can place that over the top of your cake, spread it out, and then you've got your lemon drizzle bar, which is a nice change to just a normal plain muffin. We then got the things which I love, which I call muffin pies. These are just sponge drops. So the way in which you do that is you just take the basic mixture, line a baking tray with parchment, greaseproof. I use these silicone mats. Mine have already got circles on, but you can do a template underneath and then flip the paper over. An espresso cup size is always a good size to go for, and you can just take teaspoonfuls of the mixture, pop them onto the tray, and then bake them in the oven, and then you've got your sponge drops. So you can eat them as they are. You can freeze them really well and take them out. Great for lunch boxes. But if you want to sandwich 2 together, I've just made some icing. So in my bowl, I've used coconut oil instead of butter just for a change. So it gives us this kind of nice bright white icing. Again, if you've done the white icing, you can then add a touch of colour. So if you're going to do these for birthday cakes, you can do blue, pink, green, whatever you kind of want to do. You can decorate birthday cakes with this. Coconut oil, and again, icing sugar sweetener. Mix the 2 together. You can add some of the stevia drops to that again to change the flavour. You can put some berries in there, some freeze-dried raspberries, whatever you want to do. I've just got some in my bag. So all you then do is just pipe a small amount on, and then you can sandwich the 2 together so that you've then got another alternative to a normal muffin. Now I've got a muffin, so let's just put a swirl on top of there. It wouldn't be kind of decorating in my world unless we had some gold sparkle and some dust. So again, these you can get from all your supermarkets, and they're a great way of just adding some colour and adding a little fun element into something that can sometimes look a little bit plain and boring. So again, great for lunch boxes, great for parties. You can do some cupcakes and put candles in there for people's birthdays. The last one I want to show you is this one. So this is just a muffin mix that I've baked in the dough. But inside here, what I've done is I've filled it with a cheesecake mixture. So I've done chocolate so you can then see the white filling in there. I've sprayed on gold. So again, you can see the filling in there. Well, I hope you can see the filling in there. These are quite easy to do. All you do is you take your muffin mixture. So let's use a dome one. All you then do is spread the mixture, I hope you can see this, up the sides of the tin, and you leave the middle bit hollow. So into that hollow, then you can put some berries, you can do some keto jam. I've just got in my bowl some cream cheese and just a small amount of egg, and in there I've put some raspberry flavour. Mix the 2 together, so you've kind of got a cheesecake filling. Then spoon that in to the muffin. Not all the way to the top. And then All you then do is spoon the muffin mixture over the top, and then you seal in that. So it creates a kind of a donut muffin. These are great to change a small ratio. So if you had a 1-to-1 or a 2-to-1 ratio, you can then add the cream cheese and egg filling to increase the ratio. So you'll get these, you can work these out from most people's ratio. So all we then do is cover the top. They then get baked in the oven, flip them over, and then you've got a filled muffin as well. Just one recipe you can do so many different things with. The donut muffins are really nice. The whoopie pies are great. The lemon drizzle adds a different flavour into the keto world. And cupcakes, we always need a cupcake just to celebrate everything. So have a go. Let me know if you need any help or advice with decorating or making cakes. And I'll see you next time on the next video. Bye.